What it do, M&M crew? Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Farron and I'm a high school math teacher.
I can pick you up when you're heading down. When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown.
Good morning, y'all. It is 7:30 on October 20th, 2022, which means it is officially exactly 3 months until your girl turns 30, which brings us to the reason for this little vloggy vlog. So I got two things to share with you guys today. One, why I'm posting these vloggy vlogs. And when I say these, yes, you're in store for a whole bunch of vlogs. I'm super excited, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Second, where have I been? Your girl literally has not posted a video since January. It is October. I could have had a whole baby by now. I did not, but I could have, and y'all would have never knew. What? But there's reasons. You're surprisingly, I'm still teaching. Not surprisingly, but there was thoughts which I will share later today because it is 7:31 now and my students will be entering my classroom in 4 minutes. So basically I am going to be trying to post. We'll see how long we do. I'm not promising anything, but I am excited about this, so I feel like it'll become more like it'll actually happen because I'm so excited about this. I want to post a vloggy vlog every day. So the goal was to just do my 30th year. So on January 20th, I was gonna vlog every day to just document and keep up with what I'm doing my 30th year. And then I've been planning it for we're on October 19th, 20th. So just said that. So for the past 20 days, I haven't. So my first period is study hall, and every day the same kid goes to another class. But I love that he still checks in and makes sure that it's okay, even though it's always okay. But I guess attendance purposes, he needs to let me know he's here. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so for the past 20 days, I have been off social media. So I am not going back on social media until I turn. It's debatable. So at first I was saying until January 1st because I want a 3-month cleanse of just, getting into habits and bettering myself before I turn 30. Your girl has gone to the gym twice this week. Who is she? Do not know. But yeah, so I'm not on social media, so all I have right now is time to think about things and just be in my thoughts. So I've been planning this and I'm like, I actually want to start early. I'm super excited to start vlogging, and there's a couple of goals and reasons why I want to do this. One, like I said, is to document my 30th year and just to practice with being consistent. I don't have any. Ooh, I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. Hey y'all, so I'm back. It is 1 o'clock. Today was an early release day because I can't speak. So with this daily vloggy vlog stuff, I'm not gonna do a lot of editing, so y'all just gonna hear all my mistakes. I know sometimes I leave my mistakes in the vlog, but I've been making a lot. So hey y'all, welcome to the unedited raw version of my life, which I'm so excited to do. I'm so excited for this, guys. But anyway, today was an early release day and it was the last day of the quarter, so my kids didn't really do much. I had them open up their computers. So on my computer screen right now, it says do now, and it says to get a computer because they have a do now every class period, which 10 out of 10 recommend that there's something always on your board to do when students walk in because it just controls the beginning of your class, and it kind of helps me to just get my life together in those first 5 minutes that my students come in, especially if you have a rowdy class that needs procedure. Get yourself a do now, even if you have to write it on paper and they just copy it. Do nows have saved my day. What I'm excited about this vlog, guys, is that I feel like when I talk to you every day, because I'm a teacher, obviously, this is a teacher account. Most of you guys watching either teachers or students or family and friends, which I'm hoping to grow into even more. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So as I vlog every day, 5 out of the 7 days I'll be coming into a classroom and I'll be sharing with you what I'm doing daily and the problems I'm having, the successes I'm having, how my students are doing, and just the life of a teacher. So because of that, there'll be a lot of teacher content in these vlogs, which I'm hoping will help people who come to my channel for teaching content. So they'll see this stuff, and if they have specific questions, I'll see it in the comments. And then the next day or two or within the week, I don't know, I can like answer those questions more specifically, especially on days where I'm not doing much, so I have something to talk about in the daily vlogs. But yeah, I already started planning how I want to do this. So like about 5 or 6 daily, unless I have like a special event planned or something that I really want to get on camera. I'll stop my vlogs for the day and I'll edit so that they can be uploaded by the next day. So I forget fully what I was talking about this morning. I know I told you that I plan to vlog every day, but where was I? Yeah, so I wanted to vlog for my birthday, document my 30th year. I got super excited and wanted to start now, so here we are. And yeah, so that's basically why I'm doing these vlogs. I'm hoping that I can be consistent enough to vlog daily for the whole 15 months of these 3, I'm gonna call it the prequel for my 30th, and then the whole year I'm 30, so we'll see. Also, you guys will see me grow, because your girl still got a lot of growth to do. I am adult-ish. I have a t-shirt that says adult-ish. I'm almost 30, but I'm still learning things. I just recently moved out, and now I live without my parents, so I have been an adult living on her own. I have a roommate, but I'm not living with my parents anymore since May. So your girl is growing up, y'all. Who is she? I don't know. But yeah, as you guys can see, there's still a lot of issues in my life. Oh, I'm not even pointing to the right side. Get better. I got this tape on my glasses. So I made my first adult appointment. I made an appointment for eye doctors. And I don't think I've seen the eye doctor since I have been an adult working a full career and on my own insurance, which is pretty sad, which is why my glasses are in this condition. But I made an appointment and I have my eye doctor's appointment on November 21st, and I'm hoping to get new glasses then. I tried to buy like little cheap glasses online, but there was like a measurement of like my pupil or something like that I did not understand. So I was like, this tape is just gonna have to work until I see my doctor. So yeah, that is what's gonna be going down. My daily vlogs. I hope you guys are excited as I am. I've seen a lot of people comment, not a lot, I'm being dramatic, but I have seen comments where it's like, are you still teaching? What's up? Like, what are you doing? Because like I said earlier, your girl has not posted a video since January with all her big plans and craziness. But now let me go to part 2 of why I'm here. Where have I been? Let me make a thumbnail. So I'm hoping that these vlogs are a little bit more not as sit downy and head talks. They might be. I honestly do not know what to expect with this daily vlogging because my life is not the most exciting thing in the world, but I do be having fun, you know, like I go to Disney once a month, so you guys will be coming along with that. You'll be seeing a lot of things. Most of it will probably be teacher related because like I said, 5 out of my 7 days I am in the classroom. But when I'm not though, that's when you'll see me for real. Like I love Disney, I go to Disney, so I sleep a lot on Saturdays, so I don't know what I'm gonna do on those days. Those are my rest days where I just like sleep in, and whatever time I wake up is when I wake up. I don't usually set an alarm unless I have plans, etc. I go to church every Sunday. I have church, it's called a community group, but it's like a smaller with people who are close to you. So yeah, you'll see my walk with Jesus, you'll see me going to Disney, you'll see just everything I do on this Saturday actually, which I'm super excited about, which is kind of low-key why I wanted to start right now because I wanted to document this. But I'm going to my first like musical Broadway show as an adult. So like I know I went to see Lion King when I was like 6 and I cried hysterically because I'm afraid of heights, and we went all the way up to the top and I thought I was gonna fall to my death, but I didn't. I'm still here. But this is my first like real musical. Shout out to Lenore. You will meet her eventually. I don't know if she want to be on camera. I already told everyone in my life that I am recording every day. And if they don't want to be on camera, watch out because it'll be there. And I'll just know who not to include in the footage and not and whatnot. But I'm trying to work on like a little intro, like it's a whole TV show. Wait for it, y'all. I'm so excited. Anyway, I don't know if people still do intros, but I want to do one, so we're gonna do one. We're gonna. You see what I'm talking about? Like, we're going to do an intro. So yeah, so let's get to the question that most of my subscribers would like to know. It's 1:10. School got out at 12:40. I don't know why I still hear children's voices in the hallway. Probably practice, whatever. So yeah, your girl's a high school teacher. Best decision of my entire life. Obviously, besides, getting baptized and making Jesus Lord. But how did we get here? That is what I'm going to explain, hopefully as quickly as I possibly can. So this video is not too long. That's another issue. I'm trying to determine like how long I should make these daily vlogs. It's a learning process. And to be honest, yes, I'm posting with the intent for people to watch and, enjoy my channel and my life. But for at least the 30th year, I would want to just document what goes on, how I'm developing as a person, all of that. Like, I just want to use it as documentation. I had thought about creating a new channel, but I feel like some of my videos will be informative. Like I said, for the umpteenth time, I don't know why I keep repeating this. I will be sharing a lot of teaching stuff still, so I wasn't sure about the 2-channel thing. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll see. Let me know what y'all feel, what y'all want to see, like, if y'all have specific questions that I can incorporate into these daily vlogs. And I feel like it's more personal. Like, we can create better connection when it's more vloggy feeling. So anyway, back to topic number 2. So it is October. In about April of I can't even check my Instagram stories because I don't have social media right now. There was a point between like April and May of this year where I had a close friend story because I didn't want this to get out publicly because my Instagram is a public account, so I didn't want my students to see. I didn't want anybody who I work with work that aren't my friends, basically anyone who's not in the quad, to basically see that I hated it here and I did not want to be a teacher anymore, and I was shook. I never thought I would see the day where me, Farron Elizabeth Buffett, would not want to teach. I have been writing in my elementary portfolio since I was about 5 that I wanted to be a teacher. When I was in high school, I did a 4-year teaching program. I knew I wanted to be a teacher from forever. I loved my job. I was obsessed with it. All I did was plan lessons, I don't know. I never thought I would see the day until COVID hit. And if you are a teacher, or if you ever were a teacher watching this, you are probably in that, you understand. Like, these past 2 years were the hardest teaching years I have ever experienced. I mean, granted, I have only taught 6 years at that time, but 2 out of the 4 were just trash, basura, throw it away, and I was really struggling because usually even if my admin is not great, like my first school, my admin was not the best. My second school, the first 2 years, I had the best admin. The same school that I was at in May. And I, to be honest, like, I would hear stories about people with bad administration, and I'm like, whatever, I don't care, I'm here for the kids. Like, all of the extra stuff that comes with teaching, like paperwork, district stuff, all that extra stuff, all those demands and things that we have to do, I was like, whatever, I'm here for the kids. I love the kids. I want to be here for the kids. But for some reason, that wasn't even motivating me. Like, I'm so done with everything. I don't want to be here. And I feel bad, low key, high key, for my kids last year because I feel like they could feel that I felt that way. So if you're one of my students from last year, I apologize. I still love you. I always loved you, even though I was not trying to be at work last year. But they know I did, because I did build those connections in a way, especially with, I had one class period that was my class period, So yeah, anyway, I'm getting off topic, but I just hated showing up to work every day. I've never felt like that. Like, I used to be so excited to come to school, to see my kids, to teach them math. I was like, I turned into like that worksheet teacher where it's like, all right, we're going to be here because we have to. Here's the worksheets. Don't bother me, basically. I wasn't like as intense as that, but going from how I used to teach to like, I just felt like I was a disappointment to these students. And like, I'm like, why am I here? I don't want to be here. Like, it was really bad, y'all. To the point where, like, in my close friends on Instagram, I was asking people, how do I even apply for other jobs? Like, what is corporate life like? Because all I know is teaching. All I know is summers off. All I know is the schedule of a school because I went from kindergarten through 12 to college to school. Like, I've never worked. Like, I don't even know how like the 2 weeks works with like a 40, like a regular, like all them questions. I was like, how, what can I even be as a teacher, you know? So I was just like reaching out to people and I was getting a lot of helpful answers. So I redid my resume. I was boosting up my LinkedIn. Your girl was really trying to find another job. Okay. And I was having like talking to my friends. I was praying. Like, I just did not want to be here. And I was like, Lord, please get me out of this. Like, I hate it here. Hate it, y'all. And I was just, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. So my old AP that is now a principal at a new school reached out and was asking if I wanted to come to that school, which was another middle school. And I was thinking about it, like, I was like, maybe I just need a change of scenery, like, because the students, like, I was noticing a decline in the motivation of my students because at least before, when the admin and the like district and anything was like annoying or I would get aggravated with it, I didn't care because my students and I both showed up happy to be in class, happy to learn, happy to do the work. But not last year or the year before that, the motivation of these students had plummeted so drastically. I think that is also what made me like, if you don't care, I don't care. Like, you know, like, wow, saying that out loud, it was really bad. I was really in a really bad mental space. Like, it was just really bad, y'all. Like, my anxiety was on a whole new level. Really bad, which is part of my 30th year journey. Like, I'm gonna get a therapist and I'm super excited to like just talk about my thoughts because I still struggle with anxiety, and it's can be really bad, but we're working on that. You'll be here through it all. I don't want to say everything in this one video. You'll just be along the journey. You feel me? Anyway, so yeah, so I was at a point where I hated it and I didn't want to be there and I did not care. Like, I was like, what y'all want to do? Fire me? I don't want to be here anyway. Like, I mean, I wasn't doing anything against the rules, but it's just like I said before, like, I was at one point, in my opinion, a very strong, great teacher that all my students loved. And now I'm like a teacher who sits at the desk every class period, gives notes from a notebook, gives a worksheet, no fun, no extraness, just a boring worksheet teacher. Which, no offense if you are one of those, but that just was not me. And that's how I know I had reached a point where I do not want to be here and I hate it. So, like I said, I was reaching out, applying to jobs. I got a couple interviews, and my old admin reached out, and I was like, maybe. But then that door was closed because their school was going to block scheduling, and he was letting me know, like, you know, like, a lot of teachers are actually wanting to stay, so he's not sure if there'll be an opening. And I was like, okay, that door was shut by God. All these interviews, one of the interviews was my fault. I didn't continue with the second interview because I wasn't sure. Like, I was so desperately wanting to get out of the career. I was even going for other jobs that paid less. And I'm like, do I want this? Like, do I want to get paid less than a teacher? But the stress was also way less. Like, it was an at-home job, which was what I was looking for. And so I'd never had to leave home. And it was a low-stress job where it wouldn't be taken outside of my work hours. Because that's one thing about teaching, especially with me. I get so obsessive with this job that I work on it outside of school. Like, I've gotten a lot better since my first year, but I'm passionate about what I do. And I want to make sure, especially when I'm new. Like, I now teach algebra for the first time in 6 years. I taught it my first year to honors kids. Like, they were the top performing students at the school. They were 2 years advanced, and I taught it to them. So it was a lot more straightforward. Like, I didn't have to break stuff down as much. But now I teach algebra to level 1 and 2 students, which are my favorites. So I'm so happy to be in this position. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I was just praying a lot. Like, I had all my friends praying for me. Like, I had a lot of conversations where it's like, even though there's jobs out there that pay a lot more for doing a lot less, like, how are you, like, basically, are you in your purpose? Like, you know, like, you love teaching. There's not a lot of great teachers. Like, it's hard to find a good teacher. I'm not saying there's not a lot, but it's hard to find a good teacher. And in my opinion, and in the opinions of those I love, I'm a great teacher. I'm not saying that proudly. I just believe I am good at what I do. So I was thinking about that, and I wasn't getting a lot of interviews. So I'm like, maybe God does not want me to not be a teacher. So it was like, I don't remember what day. I think it was a Thursday. Literally, yes. It had to even. It was towards the end of the week. It was Wednesday or Thursday. I had decided, like Wednesday. Let's say it was a Wednesday. I was walking outside with my teacher friend, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. I guess I'm just gonna be here because I was also very scared to leave my old school because my whole squad of like supports and just people who've gotten me through a lot of hard situations as a teacher, people I would cry to, like just my whole teaching life was there. Like Kimberly's there, all of my quad friends, like, and so I also didn't want to leave them because it's like if I come to another school, I'll know nobody. So I was thinking about that too, and I was like, am I doing this? So I had decided that I was talking to her in the parking lot, and I was like, I guess I'll just stay, whatever. Clearly, God does not want me to go anywhere. I have not gotten any callbacks. The school I was possibly thinking about going to is closing, or because I also had thought about applying to other schools, but I was scared, like I said, because I would have known no one. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just try another year here and see what happens. The very next day, I got a text message from a friend at church saying that her high school is hiring and is in desperate need of math teachers. So I was like, maybe I'll try it. I literally was like, wow, I had literally just decided yesterday that I was done trying because her husband worked at the other school, middle school that the AP was at. And we had communicated about it, and I had thought about going. So she knew that I had this idea that I wanted to leave my current school. So I was like, all right, sure. I mean, I was already considering about leaving, like, whatever. So she told me what to do. I put my transfer in. Did I put my transfer in yet? I don't know, but everything happened so quickly, y'all. Like, it was clear as the day this is what God wanted me to do. So she had texted me. I had asked her a lot of questions, like, am I going to get this amount? Like, what can I do in my classroom? Do I have autonomy? Like, I had asked her a lot of clarifying questions of basically things I wasn't happy with or that I would like to see change, but I was not bold enough to ask. I don't know. I'm old school. I just felt like everything I did, I immediately was at fault. I don't know how I got there, but whatever. So I was asking her a lot of clarifying questions, what the expectation was, what subject I would teach, if I would be able to get an extra period because I had 6 period pay at my old school. All these questions I was asking, and she was clarifying them, and I was like, all right. So she told the administration, and that was a Friday because Thursday. It must have been Thursday. I told my friend I was going to stay at my school. Friday, she texted me. Monday morning, I got an email from my current principal at the high school. Hey, have you spoken to your principal yet? We would love to interview you today. First of all, y'all, I was not ready. I was like, what? I have not talked to my principal. I am not presentable for an interview. Like, I was so scared. And, but I had talked a lot over the weekend with like people who I'm close to, like, do you think I should do this? Like, I've always wanted to do high school. Like, fun fact, when I graduated college, I was like, I want to be a high school teacher. But I felt like the age gap was too close because I was still really close to my cousins who were like freshmen and sophomores in high school, and I can relate to them very well. So I'm like, I don't think I want to do this yet. I waited for the age gap to be bigger. Now I am 10 years older than the oldest kid here, so that's great. So I was like, all right. I immediately went to my little quad. Like, they're my backbone. They are basically who I run to when I don't know what to do. And here it's been harder because I have like not no one. But when I don't have issues, I have to actually think for myself. Which is, anyway, so they were like, go tell her now. Like, I went to go talk to my principal. And then, so that was checked off. And then I was able to get one of my class periods covered because, like I said, I had 6 periods, so I didn't have a planning period to have an interview. So I was able to get one of my classes covered, and I had the interview, and they hired me. Like, one of my friends was like, "Fran, relax. Like, clearly, like your friend said, they're in a desperate need for math teachers. You're great at what you do. Just talk about your experience in the classroom. They basically need you, so you can't really go wrong." So I was like, all right, okay. That helped with my confidence. So as soon as, actually, one of the administrators typed in the chat, like, is that Miss Marigold Magic? Now I'm famous. Anyway, I didn't know how to respond because I was talking, so I
I don't know if he knows I ever saw it, but I did. So then they hired me right on the spot, and just everything happened so fast. So that was literally like Thursday, Friday, Monday, I was hired. It was a problem because I don't know if I've talked about this before on my channel, but like I said, when I was used to teach the high level kids at my first school, there was gifted. So I have to get gifted certified, which is 5 courses that you need to take and then add to your certificate. But I like the low level 1 and 2 classes, so I didn't want to continue with gifted because I was afraid that I would just be given gifted students, and I prefer my level 1s and 2s. So I like kind of like stopped, but I was convinced to continue, and then I would stop and then convinced to continue, and I had one more class left. And basically, in order for me to transfer, I had to finish the gifted stuff. So I was like, ugh. So I did it. I'm here. I did it, but I still have to add it to my certificate. Whatever. That's another topic. So yeah, so I applied, got the job, and I'm here. And let me tell y'all something. It was the best decision I've ever made when it comes to my career. I love it here. I love my kids. I love the topic, like the subject I teach. I love my administration. Like every single one of my administrators are amazing. My principal, amazing. Like he's so involved with us. Like he wants, like he's great. Like my administration, my direct, like the administrator for math, awesome. Like he basically backs us up 1,000%. It's great here. It's the best. And I have level 1s and level 2s, mostly level 1s. I have algebra 1 A and B, which means there's a block scheduling here, which I'm obsessed with. Like I'm old school. They were transitioning to block scheduling, which is why on that Thursday when I was talking to my friend, I was like, maybe I could try it out with blocks, see what happens. But this school has block scheduling as well. Obsessed with block scheduling. But my algebra 1 A and B kids, I see every day. So they have math every day because in the county I teach in, I don't know if this is a Florida thing or the county I teach in, they have to pass the Algebra 1 EOC in order to graduate. So it's very important that they understand the concept so that they can pass the test. So that is why if they're level 1 or 2, to get to level 3 will be a lot more difficult because they're jumping even farther and they need that everyday practice and consistency in order for them to have a chance of passing the EOC at the end of the year. So I love them. I love my class. I love everything about being here. And I even have a great team. The Lord done blessed me because my algebra team is amazing. We're very collaborative. We're very involved with what we're doing in each other's classrooms. So at first I did not have a 6 period pay and I was kind of like, but then I eventually got one because now we do push in. So there's 2 other teachers on my team. We have 4 algebra teachers, but 2 of them also have algebra 1 A and B. So we push into each other's class during one of our planning, and that substitutes as a planning period, as a 6 period. So I do get the extra pay still. But I have study hall, which is basically nothing, which I'll talk about in another vlog. What I do in study hall, nothing, which is great. So it's basically like I have 2 plannings, but one has kids, so I'm babysitting, and the other I can actually move around, meet with my team, and do things. So yeah, that is where I'm at. That's where I've been. Your girl has been struggling, not wanting to be an educator, which is why I felt like I couldn't show up and be a marigold. Like, I mean, there is a point of authenticity where I feel like I could have expressed to you guys how I felt, but I feel like I was not in a moment of like expressing. I was a walnut tree. Like I was like, don't ever do this. Why would you become a teacher? This is the worst. I had gone from a marigold to a walnut tree, and if you do not know what I'm talking about, I will link the article below. But I was a full-grown walnut tree. Like I hated what I was doing, and I was so sad about it because I know that I also loved and was very passionate about education. So I'm so glad that I am back to where I used to be, and we're having fun in my class. We're playing games. We're learning math. And yeah, my students, majority of my students, because of that gap, and probably beyond are very low. So I am trying to build that confidence. I had a couple students, today was the last day of the quarter, and they're like, I haven't had an A or B in math since like the fourth grade. So it's working. The plan we had as a team to like build confidence this quarter and get them to like, enjoy math again and feel like they can do this, So that's where we're at. Again, if you have any questions or if there's certain things you want to see specifically throughout the vlogs, just comment below. And I'm super excited for this. If I missed out on any piece of information that I felt like I needed to share with y'all, I'll see y'all tomorrow. So this is gonna be great. Like, I feel like I'll never miss anything. But yeah, that's where your girl has been, and I'm back like I never left. Super excited to be here. Love my job. I just love my life right now. So I thought I'd share with you guys everything. Because don't get me wrong, there are some parts of me that are not in the best state, but I'll share with you that as well when I get to that point. That's what therapy's for. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. Leave below any comments, questions, whatever y'all want to see in this little vlog for the next 15 months. We are literally going to be besties after this. But yeah, don't forget to spread some marigold magic. I love you. Bye. Oh yeah, side notes before I start editing this. Usually I'll take you guys along with me for the rest of the day till I think I said about 5 or 6 earlier. But because I just talked so much to y'all, this is where I'm cut off the vlog for today. Because I don't want it to never be more than 30 minutes. My goal is maybe 15, 20. Let me know what is a good time for y'all below. But whatever just happens, happens. Maybe I'll have a 5-minute vlog because I literally did nothing that day. We'll see. But yeah, that was just a little side note. See y'all tomorrow.